This is ABC 7 News at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones.
And I'm Peter Dubois. We start tonight with some breaking news out of the city of Brewer. According to the Brewer Police Department, earlier today, threats were made against some individuals that were in the area of Brewer High School.
As a precaution, Superintendent Greg Palmer ordered all schools go into safety mode, but to be clear, the threats were not made against the schools themselves. Brewer police acted swiftly and took the person into custody. That investigation is ongoing. We'll keep you updated as more information is released.
And in other news tonight, 2 Central Maine Police Departments and 1 regional communications center are named in a federal lawsuit related to a 2019 officer-involved shooting.
Our Augusta reporter Corey Bouchard takes a closer look at that lawsuit and what both sides claim happened.
According to court documents, in the early morning hours of November 23, 2019, 27-year-old Robert Farrington was shot by Augusta police at his residence on South Belfast Avenue. The Maine Attorney General's office, which investigates all officer-involved shootings, cleared the Augusta officer, Sebastian Guptill, who shot Farrington. In a letter to Augusta Police Chief Jared Mills, citing, quote, "It was reasonable for Officer Guptill to believe that Mr. Farrington was about to use unlawful deadly force against him." On September 26th of this year, Farrington filed a civil complaint at the federal court in Bangor, naming the Augusta Police Department, Fairfield Police Department, and Somerset County Regional Communications Center, along with officers within those departments. In court documents, Farrington alleges that he was asleep in his home when he was awoken by his fiancée and told there was a knocking on the door and someone appeared to be in the backyard. The documents went on to say that Farrington, quote, "pointed his weapon downward in the safety position and turned on the light. He then placed the weapon on a table so he could reach down and open the sliding glass door," end quote. After that, the documents say that Farrington heard someone just on the other side of the glass door yell, quote, "He's got a gun," and began firing at Farrington, striking Farrington several times from multiple gunshot wounds. Farrington was taken to the hospital for his wounds and arrested on charges of criminal threatening with a dangerous weapon. Farrington is claiming that police violated his constitutional rights, and his goal of the lawsuit is to, quote, "hold responsible the actors who abused state power and caused him to be shot in his own home." On November 3rd, Somerset County filed an answer to Farrington's complaint, where among other things they say, quote, "plaintiff's damages were directly and proximately caused by the acts and or omissions of an individual and or entity other than the defendants," and goes on to say that Somerset County is entitled to immunity from punitive damages. We've reached out to all other parties involved and have not received a response. We will continue to follow this story. In Augusta, I'm Corey Bouchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, what started as a typical day for some land surveyors in Ellsworth ended in the discovery of human remains, and state police are now investigating. This morning, just before 9 a.m., the Ellsworth Police Department notified Maine State Police that human skeletal remains had been discovered by commercial land surveyors in the woods off the Red Bridge Road in Ellsworth. Maine State Police Major Crimes Unit North responded to assist with the investigation, and the remains were transported to the office of the Chief Medical Examiner in Augusta, where an autopsy will be performed to determine the cause and manner of death. Police say there is currently no risk to the public, and the investigation is, of course, ongoing at this time.
The state's Blue Ribbon Commission is studying the organization of and service delivery by DHHS, and the group met again this morning at the State House. The commission is looking at ways to improve on what some say is a failing system after a spotlight has recently been shined on the department's handling of cases that ended up with children and adults dying while in the state's care.
Supplemental to that, what we have the opportunity to do is when we gather in the spring of next year, is see what happened, see the recommendations that came forward and what was done or not done with them. If there were 10 and only the legislature and the DHHS committee, this committee, moved forward on 4, but there were 3 that this committee would recommend that the Blue Ribbon Commission pick up and move forward with.
The next and final meeting of this Blue Ribbon Commission will take place on December 12th, where they will meet. They will begin to prepare their report of recommendations to the legislature.
The Penobscot Energy Recovery Company was sold at auction again today after a previous sale fell through. The Orrington Perk facility was auctioned off to Pennsylvania-based Delta Thermo Energy for $1.5 million on November 2nd, but the buyers pulled out. It sold for $1.2 million at auction today. Orrington Town Manager Chris Backman says there's a lot of work to be done to get the plant back up and running, starting with winterization.
We got to get ready for winter, save the plant before freezing up, and get some of this stuff burning and generating electricity, get the staff back to work, and so it's just the beginning of a process.
Mark Boswell, who represents the company that purchased the plant, says they plan to use innovative technology to change how the plant operates. He says that technology will allow the facility to move away from burning waste and instead use a gasification method to process material.
The new technology, actually, there is no front-end processing to begin with, and then it goes through a kiln. And that kiln then all of a sudden takes all the organics and makes that into syngas that we produce our electricity with. But everything that comes out the back is 100% recyclable.
Plant operations were halted back in May, and in September, more than 30 workers were furloughed. Boswell says they plan to retain those employees, and he's excited to get them back to work.
And I'm sure they all are too.
Yeah, here's hoping that moves through as planned, at least at this point.
Absolutely.
All righty, well, let's go ahead and hit pause here. We'll get a peek outside and a first check of our forecast.
All right, Beth and Peter, thank you. Your first weather is brought to you by Winterport Sheds. Do you need extra storage, a place to live, camp on your lot, a building for your pets? Check them out at Winterport, the Bangor Mall, or of course at winterportsheds.com. Let's talk about the weather today. Again, a cool day. The average high is near 40. We did that in most locations, but just barely. But tomorrow, we're high temperatures back up in the mid-40s because we're going to shift this northwest breeze today out of the south and west tomorrow, bringing in some warmer temperatures for us into the weekend. Lots of clear skies out there today. A very nice day, right? But there is a system over here, but it's way over here. It's not going to bug us until the weekend. Until then, slowly warming temperatures. Our forecast tonight then is mostly clear skies to partly cloudy skies, low temperatures in the 20s. Your full forecast is coming up. Beth and Peter.
All righty, Jeff.
Yeah, looking pretty good. Another cool night, though.
Yeah, well, yeah, 'tis the season
exactly.
for a while. All right, well, coming up on ABC 7 News at 6, our Grace Blanchard brings us an interview with the new president of the Maine Chiefs of Police Association. It's Ellsworth Police Chief Glenn Mosier.
And Z107.3 kicks off their annual Free the Z event. We'll have those stories and more as ABC's 7 News at 6 continues.
You couldn't ask for a better group of people when you're working at a credit union.
When I first started out, everyone was super welcoming.
There's a lot of focus with the community.
It builds a really rewarding professional career. It's just a wonderful place to work.
Your piece of land demands the very best equipment. Kubota Equipment, the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience, with professional grade mowers, versatile sidekick utility vehicles, and compact tractors that get it done right. All backed by unmatched dealer support. Talk to your dealer today to schedule a demo.
Available at Doors Equipment, 1468 Outer Hammond Street, Bangor.
Something that shouldn't be so hard, finding matching socks. Something else that shouldn't be so hard, finding and enrolling in a health insurance plan that covers things you actually need. Good thing here in Maine, we have CoverMe.gov. Here you can search health insurance options, choose the plan that works for you, and get financial help to pay premiums. A plan that fits, a price that works. We've got you covered at CoverMe.gov. That's CoverMe.gov.
Nice. DraftKings Sportsbook is live in Maine. You'll be so dialed into every play that you forget to eat your wings. You made my wings cold, DraftKings. Flailing your arms like you can disrupt the free throw. Miss, fool! And a home run will have you crying like it's the birth of your child. I'm so happy.
DraftKings Sportsbook is live in Maine. New customers, download the app now and bet $5 to get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Because life's more fun when you're in on the action. The crown is yours.
Yeah.
My father worked at the mill for over 30 years. He was exposed to a great community and excelled at his job, but he was also exposed to asbestos. The air quality inside the mill was always his biggest complaint. He had no idea how deadly some of the products and materials were. When he was diagnosed with mesothelioma, we knew to call Joe Bornstein's office to get my dad the help he needs and the justice he deserves.
Call Joe today for a free case evaluation. There's never a fee unless you win.
You come to a credit union to work because you actually like helping people.
You get to be a part of really life-changing moments.
It builds a really rewarding professional career.
And that's why I like credit unions.
ABC 7, honored to be named Maine's television station of the year.
Welcome back. A well-known member of the Ellsworth community has recently been sworn in as the new president of the Maine Chiefs of Police Association. City Manager and Chief of Police Glenn Mosier sat down with our Grace Blanchard to talk about the new role.
All the success that I've had in my personal career has always come from the people around me.
A career public servant, Glenn Mosier has been serving his community for the past 20 years and is now taking on the role of president of the Maine Chiefs of Police Association.
That's exciting. I've been a member of the organization since prior to becoming a chief, and so I've seen the work that they do.
He says one of his main goals as president is to help foster a sense of community amongst Maine's law enforcement agencies.
I think it's critical, especially for new chiefs, young chiefs, to have that support system. And it was very beneficial to me when I first started as a chief.
Mosier says the lessons he has taken away from his role as Ellsworth City Manager will also continue to serve him well.
My time as city manager, it's been a challenging, experience for sure. But the support that I've gotten from members of the council when I first took on this role, the community, certainly the staff, has been fantastic.
Though he will likely be stepping down as city manager, he plans to continue on as chief of police. Over the past couple decades, Mosier says he has seen Maine law enforcement go through many changes.
Some changes are for the better, and some changes others would argue are not for the better. But ultimately, at the end of the day, our job is still exactly what it was and always should have been, and that's to protect and serve our communities.
In Ellsworth, Grace Blanchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, Z107.3 wants you to help free the Z from the Brewer Hannaford parking lot. The 23rd annual event officially kicked off today. Morning show host Kid will stay put in the parking lot until Thursday or until they reach their goal of 2,023 turkeys. The radio station is partnering with Panquist to help gather turkeys for those in need. And this is the 7th year Z107.3 and Panquist have partnered up on this event. Kid says sleeping in the parking lot for a few days is all worth it, knowing many families will be able to have a proper Thanksgiving meal.
Really hearing from our food pantry partners.
It's amazing to give back to the community, and our listeners are really, really supportive of everything we do. We do a ton of pasta drive throughout the year, so every time we reach out and ask our listeners and people in the community to help out, they always do.
Panquist has set their own goal to collect enough turkeys to feed 7,000 households, and Community Relations Manager Renee Muscatel says there is much more of a need this year than in the past.
Really hearing from our food pantry partners that they're seeing faces that they've never seen before. A lot of families are just having a hard time to meet basic needs, and they're having to utilize food pantries that they never have had to do before.
So stop on by and make a donation of a turkey or maybe a few bucks to support the cause. You can also visit this story on our website, foxbangor.com, to make a donation there.
Just a great idea, and love that they're partnering up on the event just to make it even bigger and better and give back to more families in our area.
Yeah, safety numbers, maybe a little more power in numbers too.
Exactly.
Alrighty, well, still to come on ABC 7 News at 6, there's a new program starting right here in Bangor that aims to match veterans with man's best friend. Our Devin Dagnall has the details.
And in sports, Maine hockey is coming off a huge weekend, and they have another big test right around the corner. We'll have a preview. Stay with us.
In the heart of downtown Belfast, immerse yourself in a world of alpaca apparel at the Blue Alpaca. Because alpaca fibers are moisture-wicking, hypoallergenic, and softer than even cotton, you'll be ready for a comfortable and fashionable summer. Stop by their ranch location to interact with these amazing animals and enjoy the beautiful Maine outdoors with your very own alpaca walk. Shop in-store or online today and take advantage of their free nationwide shipping. The Blue Alpaca. Feel the difference.
Football fans, with the Caesars Sportsbook app, you can be in the game all the time. Seeking instant action? Quick Picks offers you the most popular games and markets, already built for you and ready to bet. Experience the thrill when you stack your bets to create a super parlay. Build bets for your favorite teams and players across multiple games. This season, don't just watch the game. Download Caesars Sportsbook and experience the game like never before.
The clock is ticking on the Toyota year-end closeout. Right now, you can get a 2024 Corolla with $1,000 financing cash. Toyota, let's go places.
Orono is more than just a college town. It's an affordable destination. Welcome to the Orono Arcade, where we have both modern and retro games. And for a new experience, check out our 9-hole blacklight mini golf course. Budget-friendly, fun for the whole family, with 13 restaurants within walking distance. We look forward to seeing you soon at the Orono Arcade.
Do you have a wet basement, nasty crawl space, settling foundation, sinking concrete, or clogged gutters? I'm Tony Hafford with TC Hafford Basement Systems, all things basement-y. For over 30 years, thousands of homeowners throughout Maine and southeastern New Hampshire have trusted TC Hafford. Basement waterproofing, crawl space repair, stabilizing foundations, concrete leveling, and gutter installation. Call TC Hafford Basement Systems for all things basement-y.
Scudic & Bloom, a full-service custom-designed florist, Main Street in Winter Harbor.
We can deliver one-of-a-kind, full-color flower arrangements
By custom floral designer me, Pam.
delivering to Ellsworth and surrounding areas for any occasion.
Please visit scudicandbloom.com or call 844-SCUDIC.
Tonight's Sports is brought to you by Diversified Ink Tattoo Studio in Bangor, located in the Penobscot Plaza, providing custom ink by licensed artists for more than 20 years.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. I am live here at Alfond Arena, where the number 9th ranked college hockey team in the country just wrapped up practice an hour ago. They're preparing for another big matchup up ahead. Maine hockey taking down the top-ranked team in the country, Boston College, on Friday, and then skating to a tie on Saturday. And it doesn't get any easier for them. They're hitting the road to take on number 8, Boston University, this weekend on Friday and Saturday. Another win would continue their ascension in the rankings. The Terriers, they entered the season as the number 1 team, lost a few early games before sweeping UMass Lowell this past weekend. They play kind of a similar style to Maine. They're fast. They're really good in transition. So the Black Bears heading down there are focusing on taking care of the puck ahead of the matchup.
For us, it's, when we have the puck, we have to hold on to it. Similar to last week, we can't give them back to them because they're dangerous when the puck's on their tape. We're more of a try to get pucks in and grind it out type team. We're not going to play the same exact way as teams like BU and BC play. So we have to stick to what makes us effective.
As we mentioned, Maine now a top 10 team in the country, ranked number 9 this week. In just the 3rd year under Ben Barr here in Orono, they were pretty good last year at times, specifically towards the end of the season, but just on another level this year. So I asked Coach Barr today, what's the difference between last year's team and this year's team that's really elevated you guys? Here was his answer.
I think experience is and our mindset has elevated our game. And that's a credit to Lyndon Breen and David Brazil and Ben Poisson and Owen Renwick, Donovan Houle, Victor Osman, those guys that have been through the worst of it and, are now seeing it through hopefully, kind of a revival here a little bit.
Moving on now, but staying in Orono, it hasn't been the best year record-wise for Maine football, but they could end on a high note in New Hampshire this weekend in the battle for the Bryce Cowell Musket. Ryan Sudol has the story.
We don't have the musket right now, but we want it, and we want it bad.
Throw out the records. Forget what could have been. The battle for the Bryce Cowell Musket is the most important game of this or any Maine football season.
Our why this week is,
the musket and what that represents is for all those who came before us, all those who follow, and we want to honor that.
This Saturday will be the 113th meeting between the Black Bears and UNH, and for these guys, it's nothing short of an honor and privilege to play for the prestigious trophy.
I think it's really great because no matter how the season goes, we can end it off with a good win against our rivals, so I think it's a great opportunity for us.
Not many schools, have the opportunity to every single season win a trophy. That means so much to the school.
And the game rarely disappoints. For this series, nail-biters have become the norm.
Each year it comes down to the end, comes down to the fourth quarter, comes down to the last play, as it did last year.
Yes, last year. After one of the most exciting games in rivalry history, the Wildcats beat the Black Bears 42-41 after a missed two-point conversion in overtime.
I try to keep a short memory, just skip over the losses, but it's one that stung.
They were obviously a great team. They're a great team this year. But, we're a completely different team than we were last year.
The biggest difference is the emphasis on the pass. The Black Bears are third in the CAA in passing after being 8th last year. And that will be key with the Wildcats' physical defense.
They're going to make plays, and we're going to be tough fighting for yards, but we're going to find a way, and we're going to continue, just stay aggressive on offense.
And with so many eyes being on this game, it only makes the desire to get the musket back in its case even stronger.
The alumni at this place is special. Everyone knows about this game. Everyone knows this game's happening. To have the opportunity to go and win it, it means a lot.
We're going to get it back this year, definitely.
In Orono, I'm Ryan Sudol, ABC 7, Fox 22 Sports.
Thanks for that, Ryan. That is all the time we have for sports. Here's Jeff Weller with your full 5-day forecast. Jeff?
Thank you. Your full weather is brought to you by the Blue Alpaca Ranch and Store. Visit our ranch and meet the alpacas or shop in our store in downtown Belfast. Let's talk about what's going on. So first off, sunny 40s are in the forecast for us tomorrow, followed by sunny 50s on Thursday. But then the dam breaks, all right? Rain and snow showers in here on Saturday, and a much cooler weekend is on the way. Today, though, kind of cool, right? High temperatures near 40 here in Bangor, 39 Bar Harbor. So overall, below average temperatures today, but not so much tomorrow. We'll have high temperatures back in the mid-40s tomorrow. There's lots of heat to the west. Look at all this across the plains right now. We'll get a little sliver of this in here tomorrow, more so on Thursday and Friday, but then some big changes over the weekend and cooler temperatures for us next week. Again, the overall trend, though, is above average temperatures for much of the country heading into the end of November. So that could easily keep us above average around here as well and make 50s and 60s out there for sure as warmer temperatures are on the way. All right, today, though, not so much, right? Cool temperatures today. The sunshine did feel good, though, for a while, didn't it? We had that north breeze around 5 to 10 miles per hour. It's now beginning to switch out of the west around 10 miles per hour. It's going to get a little gusty out of the southwest tomorrow as we give temperatures a boost throughout the afternoon. Overall, though, kind of a breezy day tomorrow, especially throughout the afternoon. Looking outside today, though, lots of sunshine and some clouds. Sunshine and some clouds, and press repeat on that. Overall, though, we're going to have mostly clear skies tonight. That will give us that radiational cooling and give us those cool temperatures tonight down near freezing. But tomorrow is going to be an incredibly nice day around here with a southwest breeze kicking in and warmer temperatures in the 40s. And then again, on Thursday, the 50s return and probably some mid-50s around here as the storm track now has shifted well to our north currently and the moisture is all stuck well to our south for now. The pattern, though, will begin to break this weekend. We'll get a system in here most likely Saturday into Sunday, and that could bring us some rain and or snow over the weekend. For tonight, though, no worries at all. For tomorrow, no worries at all. We'll have some increasing clouds tomorrow night. Not a big deal for anybody. And then overall, a front's going to begin to approach the region on Wednesday. This will likely just be a wind shift for us. No precipitation at all until most likely the weekend and beyond. And a very nice day for Thursday, and then a big change coming later Friday into Saturday. All right, so rainfall looks like this. We could get a soaking rainfall again in here, probably later Saturday into Sunday. We could be talking about an inch or so of rainfall that could end as a bit of snowfall, especially late Saturday night into early parts of Sunday morning. Our forecast, though, tonight, though, is lots of clear skies out there. Low temperatures down near 23 with a calm wind after midnight. For tomorrow, all right, partly cloudy. High temperatures back in the 40s finally area-wide with a southwest breeze around 5 to 10. And then looking ahead, your 5-day forecast shows tomorrow mid-40s, Thursday low to mid-50s, in the 50s for sure on Friday. But then look what happens. We're going to have a rain chance in here on Saturday, and then cooler temperatures get in here on Sunday into Monday of next week. Beth and Peter.
All right, so overall, pretty nice week for us.
Indeed, yeah. Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
All right, well, there is still more to come, folks. Stay with us.
Days Jewelers in Bangor is hosting a one-of-a-kind experience. It's the Great Estate Buying Event presented by Jewels Estate Buyers. Join us Tuesday through Friday, November 14th through the 17th. Like roadshows you've seen on TV, your item is evaluated, an offer is made, and you are paid a fair market price on the spot. Our experts are buying diamonds, jewelry, Rolex and other fine watches, gold and platinum, sterling silver tableware, coins, paintings, autographs, and photos. Bring anything of value. No appointments necessary. Don't miss the Great Estate Buying Event presented by Jewels Estate Buyers. This week only. Days Jewelers, Bangor.
With AAA Insurance, by bundling our home and auto policies, we saved over $450.
And we were shocked at the savings.
When we switched to AAA auto insurance and bundled our policies, we were able to save over $400 every year.
Switch to AAA Insurance today, and you could save an average of $483 on auto insurance. Compare that to State Farm, Geico, even Allstate. Call now for your free AAA full picture quote to find out how much you could save.
Well, my passion is hang gliding. I've been doing it for over 30 years, and it's like flying. I mean, it's like everything you always dreamed about. AAA Insurance helps us save more.
And do more.
The savings from AAA Insurance has allowed me to pursue my passion of making jewelry. It's great to have a little bit of extra cash to do something that you love.
To find out how much you could save by switching to AAA Insurance, call 866-460-1310 for your free AAA full picture quote today. You'll be glad you did.
Finding the right health insurance can be, well, stressful. Between feeling invisible in the eyes of big corporations and wondering if you can afford the coverage you need, it can make even your best days feel uneasy. But when you join Community Health Options, you have real Mainers in your corner, people who know how hard it is out there and put your needs over their profits, giving you the freedom to focus on what truly matters in life. People over profits. Now that's a novel idea. Enroll today at healthoptions.org.
Harris Lumber is locally owned and has been serving the Pequot region for more than 50 years. See them for all your projects, big or small. Customer service is their #1 priority. And with a full line of lumber and hardware items, they can also deliver to your job site. Harris Lumber, Milo.
After 40 years of...
I want to press my luck.
The stakes keep multiplying.
If you land on that square, you will win 40 of something amazing. Wow.
Press your luck. New tonight on ABC.
Welcome back. A new program in Bangor aims to match man's best friend with Maine veterans. Our Devin Dagnall tells us all about it.
MVP Mutts and More is a new collaborative effort between the Bangor Humane Society and the Maine Veterans Project. Its goal is to match vets with pets that are considered long-stay animals. Animals are typically considered long-stay after they've been at the shelter for more than 3 months. Right now, the shelter has at least 9 long-stay dogs.
We typically at the shelter have a couple of dogs every year that have been long-stay dogs that have their own little quirks that just need a little extra time and attention.
The Bangor Humane Society's Director of Development and Communication, Catherine Ravenscraft, says veterans are prime candidates for these special pups because of their resiliency.
After their military training, they sort of have a built-in stick-to-itiveness, a desire to never give up and to not fail the mission. And in this case, the mission is to make sure that these dogs, and some cats too, go into homes with people that they love and with people who are going to provide the kind of environment that they need to be successful.
But more often than not, these pets end up saving their veteran owners.
To say that he gets it is a profoundly understated term.
Doc Goodwin, the president and janitor of the Maine Veterans Project, adopted his best friend Brick after Brick's previous owner committed suicide. Today, the two are inseparable.
And when I first got Brick, I would say I was probably at the peak of my own PTSD. This dog's been through a lot with me. We've been through a lot together, and I gotta say, he's played a huge role in my healing. We do everything together. He's with me all the time, and I genuinely is my best friend.
To keep up with or to get more information about MVP Mutts and more, check out the Maine Veteran Project or Bangor Humane Society Facebook pages. In Bangor, Devin Dagnall, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Looks like a great partnership taking place there. Well, a World War II veteran from Brewer is celebrating his 103rd birthday today in a big way with over 4,000 birthday cards. Ed Hendrickson, who now resides at Winterberry Heights in Bangor, was a lieutenant in the U.S. Navy. And when word got out on social media that he would be celebrating his 103rd birthday in November, folks from all over the country began mailing him birthday cards. He received 940 of them in the mail on Monday alone.
I was helping count them yesterday, and we read some of the mail, and some of them are real cute. Others are just ordinary happiness and all that stuff. But it's really just the greatest thing in the world that ever happened to me.
But when Hendrickson was asked what it is like to be 103 years old, he said, "It's just like being 102, except for a year older." Fair. Fair enough,
That's
Mr. Hendrickson.
That's a very fair statement.
Yeah.
That's great. And you can tell he's still got a very strong sense of humor.
Yeah.
But just what a great gesture.
Absolutely. They deserve it.
Yeah.
All right, folks, that's all for us. Good night.
Good night.